This is the 10th road grade crossing, located on the BNSF Mendota Sub, west of Earlville, Illinois. Here we have two Safetran signals, each with LED lights, and each with an E-bell. This is an overview looking north. We'll get a look here at the southern signal. Start up top, we got a GS E-bell. Looks a little older, so most likely Type 2, maybe Type 1. Got 12 by 20 inch Dialight Ball LEDs and older Safetran frames. Here's the dot tag. Dot number is 079632E. We got a single-sided WCH base. See, we got newer wayside signals here. I'll get to those in a minute. Side viewed lights with a Safetran bracket. Got a somewhat newer Safetran gate mechanism. Back view of the lights. Gate here is a newer striping with 4-inch RECO, presumably LEDs. So the back of the base has got WRRS on it. And there's a back view of the southern signal. There's the relay bungalows in the southwest quadrant, one for the crossing and one for the wayside signals. Grade here is all concrete. Track view facing west towards Mendota, Kewanee, Galva, and Galesburg. And track view facing east into Earlville and towards Sandwich, Plano, and Chicago. So these signals, I believe, are late 90s installs. I'm not sure if the gate mechanisms on them are original or not. I'm not 100% sure. But one odd thing about this crossing is actually the wayside signals here. You can see these are newer signals, and they were installed in the last few years. And believe it or not, they actually replaced somewhat older Vader signals, which are also relatively new. Originally, the signals were down there a little ways, kind of about where that hill crests right there is where the wayside signals were. You can see the pictures in the link in the description. You'll see the older wayside signals that were down there, and those were installed in the early 2010s, I believe, and presumably replaced a older CB&Q signal bridge. And for some reason, BNSF decided to install newer wayside signals here. I'm not sure why. They moved them much closer to the crossing, and at the same time they installed newer bungalows here in the southwest quadrant. There was an older one right about here before. I'm not sure why BNSF did that. Seems like kind of a waste. And again, it's not the first time I've seen BNSF replace Vader signals with Vader signals. I mean, hell, Murphy Road's gone through 3 generations of Vader signals. The first ones were installed there in 2003-ish. Then those were replaced by newer ones that were right next to the crossing in 2009, when they installed the signals there with the Safetran Type 3 bill. And then those got replaced in 2015, when they added all the siding tracks there. So yeah, three generations of Vader signals have been at Murphy Road. Now there have been 2 generations of Vader signals at this crossing. Who knows, maybe they'll replace these at some point too. There have been some other Vader signal replacements on the Chili as well. I think in Streeter they replaced the signals there a few years ago. And those signals that were originally there were installed in 2008 and replaced the searchlight signals that were there before. Strange stuff. Wait for this focus to pass by. Alright, here's an overview now looking south. Get a look here at the northern signal. This also has a GSE bell up top. This one looks a little newer, so perhaps the Type 3. We'll find out here soon. Gonna catch Amtrak 3 here, since I don't have this crossing filmed yet. Got 12 by 20 inch Dialight Ball LEDs and older Safetran frames. There's the emergency information again. I think I hear a horn out there. I'm not sure, it's very faint. Got a single-sided WCH base. Might just be traffic from I-39 or one of the grain elevators. I don't know. Got a Safetran light bracket and a Safetran gate mechanism. Back view of the lights. Gate here also has newer striping with 4-inch RECO, presumably LEDs. And here's a back view of the northern signal. So this has been the 10th road grade crossing. I think Amtrak 3 is coming.